You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It's a rainy day here in Georgia. Yes, it's raining, but it's 59 degrees going up to a high of 61. So it's rainy, but not ice cold, which is nice. I could do the rain when it's not super. I don't like the rain, period. But let me just say this. Not that I don't like the rain. I don't like getting wet. Let me say that. And but when it's wet and cold, that's a problem. So it's wet and kind of warm, so that's not bad. So we're gonna have a high of 61. Right now it's 59, so it's pretty nice. And I know it's pretty nice when I woke up this morning because I had both of my windows wide open. Like I love like fresh air, and especially like in the springtime. Like we're listen. Today is March 1st. We are going right into spring. It's March the 1st, and I love that beautiful weather. Yesterday, y'all, seriously. It was 80 degrees. My car said 80 degrees. I could not believe it. It was 80 degrees. And Georgette and I had a wonderful day. We went to a place called Fire and Water, W-A-T-A, over in Lawrenceville on Harrington. What was it? 1098 Harrington Road, over in Lawrenceville off of Old Norcross Road on Harrington. It's such a cute place. If you like the metaphysical stuff and you like chakras and you want to learn about that stuff and you want to learn about the different types of like just the place was just so refreshing because they have them, but we normally have to kind of travel kind of far. I think the last time we went to one, it was just a store, and that was over on Punts, down in Atlanta on Punts, at Punts Market. We went there. It was pretty cute though. I forgot the name of that one, but what was the name of that one, G? The one we went to down in Atlanta.
I don't remember that one.
Remember we went to the one at Punts Market,
I don't remember that one.
And we had to.
I had stuff from it too.
I can't remember the name of it. It was nice. It was a store. This one is like it's a center, so you can buy stuff. You can have events there. So we're probably gonna be having some events there too. So I have to, cause I like it. You know, if you want to come in and like feel like that, uplifted, you want to feel like you're connected to spirit and to all that stuff, this is a place for you. And it's right here in Lawrenceville, and I'm so super excited about that. And the owner's Kadash, and so her husband, right, he gave us this really long name. I'll call him Julio the whole time because he gave us this really long name. It was like Julio Sanchez something. It was long. It had about 7 names in it. So all I can remember was, and I don't even know if he said Julio. He said so many names, but they were so nice. So it's 2 women who moved from Colorado. They were very nice. Kadash and Rebel and her husband Julio. I'm sure that's not his name, but that's all I can remember saying to him, and I called him Julio all yesterday. And we went to this thing called it was a market. So they do this marketplace every other month. So they did one in February, so the next one will be in April. And if you are a vendor, if you have body butters, if you have soaps, if you have jewelry, if you have spiritual journals, oils, cars, whatever you want to sell, they open up their store, their center to you, and you can go in there and get a vendor's booth, and you're allowed to sell. And I thought that was so amazing. Here's the other thing that was pretty cool that I thought was pretty amazing. If you have a product, they will give you shelf space. Now listen to this. They will give you shelf space in their store, right? And all you pay is $30 a month. That was amazing to me, like absolutely amazing. And I thought that was so cool. And you know, and they were so nice, y'all. And they explained everything. If you like CBD products, right? So I bought the honey sticks. I was scared to do it, Georgia. I was scared to take and I really was tired last night.
I didn't do it. I didn't do mine either.
Oh. So the husband said to me, he said, Audrey, because you've never tried the products before, because my knee and my back hurt, right? And I know that's all me need to clear my chakras, because I remember a moment where I had no pain in my knees or back. I'm talking about it felt good. And this was recently. And so I know now that I'm holding on to something that's in my back, which is my, what did she say? She says my sacral area. My roots. She said my knees. She said your knees and your back was your roots, and I need to clear my root chakra. Right. I need to do some. As a matter of fact, she told me I need to meditate on red stuff and clear my root chakra because that's what it is. Whatever it is in the root chakra. And I was like, I just need to be able to go to sleep and relax and just sleep through the night. Like I look at my sleep. Like I wear my Fitbit like religiously, like every day. I rarely take it off except for to charge it and to take a shower. And so it shows you your sleep patterns. And I'm telling you, I have about an hour of a really good deep sleep. That's about it. And I'm like, man, I really didn't sleep about it. Really. It tells you how light you slept. It tells you when you go into REM stages of sleep. And it tells you how deep you sleep. I never have a deep sleep more than like 2 hours. I don't think I've ever seen one. I did, like, when my mother passed away, I was exhausted. I had to be. I slept for 8 hours and 39 minutes. That is not normal for me.
Wow.
And I was like 8 hours. I must have took some medication or something because it was 8 hours and 39 minutes. I normally sleep about 5 hours, 5.5 hours. That's me. Do I need to sleep more? Probably so. But I was like, it's hard for me to go to sleep like right away. Like people can. Only time I go to sleep right away, Georgette, is after bowling. Girl, let me tell you something. It don't take nothing for me to go to sleep. Yes, I need to bowl every day because after bowling, I'm done because I have a full day and then I go bowling. So Georgette and I and my husband bowl on a team together. We bowl in a league. Oh, did we ever tell them the name of our team? I don't think we ever told. So the name of our team, we're the Twisters. So I brought that name from Jersey because when I was in Jersey, I bowled in a league too, and that was the name of the team, the Twisters. We're gonna start a new team. We're gonna do it again.
I was gonna say, we do a new name.
New team name. A cool name and get some shirts and everything.
New energy.
Yeah, like new energy. So this year, like I think our league is over in May. That's a long league too. When I first joined that league, I was like, man, that's a really long league because in Jersey, our league ran from September to March. It was a short league. This league ran from when we started last year. Was it June?
Yeah, we started last year.
It's a 9-month league.
I don't think so.
It's a 9 months league, so I was like, that's a long league. But anyway, it's really been pretty cool. Like at first, I thought I was gonna have a problem with it, but I really don't. We bowl on Thursday night, so I really don't have a problem with it. Like I was like, man, that's long. I'm gonna see how this gonna work out. But it's actually been working out pretty good because we had the holidays off and things like that. It's like having a job. Like we off on the holidays.
You got to get reps back up, you know?
Right, we ain't got to get right back. So we're off on the holidays, which is good. But next year, I think when we start out, we're going to have a new name. We're going to have our little gear on because it's a couple of teams that they got their little shirts and everything. And I was like, yeah, we're going to be ready next year. Like this year, we was like testing the waters. But next year, we coming for it. I'm getting me a new bowling ball and everything because I need a new bowling ball. My bowling ball sucks.
Me too.
Yeah, my bowling ball sucks.
I just got one, but it's not doing what I needed to do.
Yeah, mine.
I'm gonna blame the ball.
We see right. You don't blame it on the ball. Like, how do you get that ball to do that? It's the ball. My ball is, but they told me my ball was just all plastic, and I ain't know. It was pink when I bought it. They put my name. I don't even think you can see my name on it anymore. They got banged up so much, but my name used to be on it. I gotta look at the ball and see if my name's still on it. So I just saw that it was pink, and the person that sold it didn't tell me I needed like one with a weight in and all this kind of stuff. My husband had good balls. He has 2 balls, and both of his balls are great. My ball, on the other hand, it'll go straight and hit all the pins, and then 2 will be sanded. I'm like, how is that possible? So I will be working out this summer, and I'm gonna make sure listen. Yeah, I know my husband bought me a bike. I don't even know when he bought it. It's brand new. He bought it sometimes last year, and he bought it before my mother passed away, so it had to be before Christmas. I don't even know when it was. It was sometime like it was before the holidays. I could tell you it was before Christmas. It was before Thanksgiving. I want to say I don't know when it was, but anyway, I've never ridden a bike because we can't figure out how to fix the brakes and how to stop it and is something rubbing against the tire.
That's important.
That's important. So I went outside to ride the bike, and I was like, holy crap, I can't stop the bike. But anyway, I'm going to get my bike fixed properly, and I'm going to ride, and I'm going to ride my bike, and I'm going to be ready next year for bowling. Because some days I have really good games, and some days I suck terribly. Yeah. But it's all an energy thing, too. Yeah, for me, it's an energy thing. Like, if I get bad vibes from my husband, I normally suck. And I try not to, but whenever I get an ugly look, because he gave me an ugly look Thursday, I was pissed too. I was pissed for like a whole game. So we bowled 3 games in the league. But he gave me, I think I went up there because I didn't practice. Like for me, I know you go in there, you warm up. To me, that don't matter. Because I go in there and I warm up, right? And then I throw my best balls and warm up. Then I come and I suck later. So warming up for me doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't matter for me. So me and Georgette was sitting there talking. We didn't warm up. We was just sitting there talking.
We ain't warm up.
Right? He warmed up and we did. And I had 2 really good games. I had an okay game and 2 really good games. And I didn't warm up. So to me, you don't have to warm up because you want to warm up. It doesn't mean you're going to bowl better if you warm up. You just warmed up. And so I got up there, the first ball I bowled, I think I knocked down 1 pin or it went in the gutter. And oh my God, his face, I turned around, he made the ugliest face. I was so mad, y'all, because I keep telling him that stuff doesn't matter. Like I have gone in there and we have warmed up for like the 10 minutes that you warm up and I still bowl horribly. Yeah. I bowl all my best balls in the warm up game. And then when it's time for me to bowl in the game, it's terrible. So he don't get that. Right, like when we're practicing and warming up, I have all these strikes and stuff, and then it's time for me to bowl. I don't do that. So me, I feed off the energy, and I know that about me. I was like, okay, when his energy is bad, I'm in a bad mood. So his energy, it wasn't bad, but he gave me an ugly look. Then I had bad energy, so I had to shake it loose, and I had a really good game my first game. Even though I bowled a gut on the first ball, I had a really, really good game my first game. And I was like, yeah, now how you like that? It was I was laughing saying, how you like that? So
now y'all know what it's like.
Yeah, so y'all know that's what Thursday nights is like for me. Georgette is like pretty normal. She's like, whatever. Oh my God, I just missed that ball. You know, me, it's an energy thing. So the minute it's like silence and ugly faces and not talking, oh God, that just does something. That's not my energy. Like that's not my energy on a regular basis. So when he goes into them bags where he don't want to talk and he got the ugly face going, I'm like, ugh. Okay, this is going to be a terrible game. Even though I just sit there and I do my little cleansing exercise, and people probably thinking, what is she doing? I do the little cleanse. We got this cleanse that we do. So I do my little cleanse right in public. Everybody looking at me. I got to cleanse because I got to clean the energy around me right now. So y'all know we all into that metaphysical, clear your energy, get your chakras. You know, I wear citrine around my neck. I got citrine on my desk. That's just, listen, those are all earth elements. They come from the earth. And whether people believe it or not, we are connected to the planets and the energy. We are. And here's the yeah. And let me tell y'all something. There's scientific proof. Like for those of you who are very analytical and you need to see the data. There is data to support these things that we talk about. It is. All right, let's get on with our show.
Last night.
Huh, you did what?
My pendulum last night.
Did you?
About that later.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. All right, let's get on with our show, y'all. You know, it's a good day. I had a good sleep. I had a nice, beautiful weekend. Yesterday was just amazing, so I'm happy to listen. If y'all get a chance, Fire and Water. It's FYRE. That's how you spell fire. That's how they spell it. And water is WATA. Go to meetup.com and look up their meetup. They're having something Wednesday. This coming, is it this Wednesday? This coming Wednesday. If you want to learn about the body beads and how to activate those, Georgette bought some of those yesterday. So maybe we'll talk about that on Monday because I'm gonna go to Wednesday because I haven't I've never done the body beads. They also have a session coming up this Sunday called Shut Up and Breathe, and it's Meditation 101. Lord knows I need that. I be doing guided meditation because I can't do regular meditation. So they have a bunch of events going on. They got one called What the F is a Chakra. That's funny. So when she told us about that yesterday, I thought that was hilarious. If you want to level up your sacred sensuality skills, yeah, that's next Friday. I think me and my husband both gonna go to that one. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. No, he probably gonna go to that. He probably, I'm not going to that. I'm probably like, okay. So you think you have superpowers? Yes, I do, and I hope I can get to that one. Yes. I want to know how to activate my superpowers. Yes, I do think. So they have a lot of events going on. Just go to meetup.com and you're looking for Fire and Water, and that's FYRE and WATA. So just look it up, Fire and Water, and they have a beautiful wellness center over in Lawrenceville, 1098 Harrington Road, and that's Harrington Road is off of Old Norcross Road, so it's right in that shopping plaza. There's also a soul food restaurant over there. And let me tell y'all this, and I'm gonna get on with the show for real. I didn't even get the name. It was Soul Food something, but let me tell y'all, the line literally was out the door. It's in this little plaza. It's a whole bunch of Spanish stores in the plaza, which I thought that was pretty cool. As a matter of fact, it's next to the hookah hookah lounge, Mizra, I think it is. Mizra's right next door, and then the soul food store is on the other side. Let me tell you, I didn't try the food, but people must have loved that food. The line was out the door, and they got a food truck and a food wagon. They got everything, and but the line was out the door. Now, what I thought, I'm always looking at business. Even though I went there to get my chakras and all that stuff aligned, I had to pay attention to the business, right? So where they're located, they're in a really good location because they're right next door to a hookah lounge, right? Okay, so there are hookah pipes inside the store. Right, so the people that like hookah lounges can go inside there and buy my hookah pipe, and they can also get them some CBD products to put in the hookah pipe, which I thought was pretty cool. But what I thought was even cooler was that there was a line for the soul food restaurant out the door. So apparently the way it was, you go in there, you place your order, and because there was nowhere to sit, you come back out and you sit outside. Well, the people that were sitting outside decided, you know what, let's venture over into the fire and water and see what they got going on. And I saw people come out of the restaurant, placing their orders, and come into fire and water and buy stuff. It was one man, he came out with a big bag of stuff, and I know he was in the restaurant first. So he was waiting for his food, and I guess he said, let me go in here. And he came out with a big blue bag, and I was like, oh, yeah. See, that's what I call good right there. Like, your foot traffic help my foot traffic, and my foot traffic helps your. And let me tell y'all, I can tell you this. Had I already not had plans for dinner, I probably would have ventured over there and got some food. But my husband already told me what he wanted, and I had to go to a different location. But I probably went and got me some great. I wonder if they sell chitlins. I'm going to check that out. Y'all know I like chitlins. I mean, if you don't know, you know now. I like chitlins.
I love chitlins.
Yeah.
I like good chitlins.
I know we country.
My husband's friend makes them. John, he makes, oh my God.
Really?
It's so amazing.
Oh my goodness. We need to tell him to make us some. Like, you can't eat everybody chitlins, y'all. Y'all know you can't eat everybody chitlins. Listen, I was going to all.
You can't, but it's delicious.
Yeah, some people can really do them really good. Some people can't make them so good. I did get some from oh God, what's the restaurant with the two black guys on TV? God, I can't.
Oh, I know. They always have those commercials.
They got to me. They got good chitlins. I had something. They expensive though. I had like maybe a 4-ounce cup, maybe 4 ounces. That junk was $10. I was like, good Lord, but they put a lot of work into it. All right, y'all, let's get on with the show. Me and Georgia, we will be here talking about this stuff all day. So today is National Peanut Butter Lovers Day. So if you love peanut butter,
I love peanut butter.
Go ahead, get you a nice. I eat it on a spoon by itself, no jelly.
Me too.
Just get me a spoon of peanut butter. And it's so crazy because when I'm heavily into getting fit, and I know I like to snack, I get me a jar of peanut butter and put it on my desk in a spoon. And that's my snack.
Great protein.
And a nice big cup of water.
Good protein.
Yep, me and peanut butter and water. That's a snack, and it's filling, right? So, that's what I do. And so when I'm really heads up, so we're going to Mexico for my daughter's birthday in June. She turns 30. Yes, I have a 30-year-old daughter, and no, I did not have her when I was 12. People be looking at me like, oh my God. Okay, so here's the thing. There's this old saying, and I'm telling y'all, it's probably true. Black don't crack. It don't crack. And so people would see me, and they would see my daughter and my granddaughter, and they look at me like, oh, you gotta. And I know the first thing in their mind is, oh, she must have had it when she was really young. No, I was 24. I wasn't really, really young. I was 24 years old. But people would see me and be like, that's your daughter? I'm like, yeah. So she'll be 30 in June, God willing. And I know people that see me like, that's your daughter. Like, you got a 29-year-old daughter? And I'll be like, yep. I never say how old I am, but I be like, yep. And I know in their mind, they probably thinking, ooh, she must have had her when she was really young. Because, there are some days I look pretty young. There are other days, if you catch me on a bad day, be like, woo, yeah, she got a 29-year-old. But anyway, we're going to Mexico, to Tulum, Mexico. Y'all got to go look it up. Listen, I'm going to bring pictures back in June, but right now, you got to go online and look up Tulum. Oh, it is beautiful. That's why I was supposed to go for my birthday. But the coronavirus scared the daylights out of all of us with the different variants and not being able to come back into the country and all these things we thought were going to happen. And after my daughter switched everything around, they were trying to surprise me. So this was a trip that my daughter, one of my best friends, and my mom had been planning since last August. I didn't know about it. But as we got closer to the time with everything that happened, my daughter had to tell me about it. So she sent me the pictures of where we were going. And I was like, oh my God, I would have loved that. It was gorgeous, y'all. I'm talking about, I need to take all my chakra stuff because we were sleeping like in these I don't even know what you call it. It was like outside almost. And but the first thing, it wasn't bungalows. It was, I can't even explain. You got to see. It was beautiful. I think the hotel is called Copal, Copal. But that's where we're going to be staying in June too. Now here's the problem. It's February now, so I'm thinking, okay, the mosquitoes weren't that bad. June, I'm a little bit concerned about the mosquitoes. That's what I'm concerned about. But anyway, the place is beautiful. So, Rosa, one of my good friends, she's like my sister too. We've been friends since we were like 14. We went to Florida for my birthday, and we both had on my daughter had the nerve to buy me a 2-piece bathing suit. I was like, what am I supposed to do with that? Right? And she's like, you gonna supposed to wear it? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna wear that. So she bought me 2. She bought me this really cute. That both of them was 2 pieces. One was the kind of 2 piece I actually like and will wear. The other one was like, girl, I don't know if I'm gonna wear this right here, but anyway. If I lose the last 35 pounds, it'll look better. It ain't gonna look all great, but it'll look better. And because it has a little sarong to it or whatever. So I said, so Rosa said to me, did you exercise? This when we came back from Florida. Did you exercise this morning? I was like, nope, haven't exercised yet. So today, but I realized I've been doing a lot of walking because I've been doing a lot of moving around. So I get on the scale this morning and it was down 3 pounds. I was like, what? So I was excited about that. I was excited to be down 3 pounds this morning from last week. So that's 3 pounds from last week. Last week I was at a standstill. I didn't gain. I didn't lose. This week I'm down 3 pounds. And I was like, what did I do this week? But I realized I did a lot of moving. I was doing a lot of walking. I had a lot of stuff to do. So I was moving a lot. All right. So anyway, let's get on with the show. I'm going to talk 21 minutes about just stuff. Today is National Peanut Butter Day. Don't eat too much. Too much of anything is not good for you. Let's get on with our horoscopes, brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Today is it's Monday, March the 1st. We are already into March. Listen, time flies. It waits for no one. No one at all. All right, we're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Be discreet and don't present your ideas until you are certain that they are foolproof. Yes, be certain. Exhaustion will lead to minor injury if you don't know when to quit. Your greatest gains will come through your creative ideas. Let me tell you something, Aries. If you got some great ideas, and I know you want to share them, right? But sometimes you got to keep your mouth shut until you make sure everything is in place. Make sure that you're properly protected, right? Because people will steal your ideas. They sure will. We know some people that steal some ideas. Let me tell you now. Listen, and there's no really. Let me say this too. There are really no original ideas, and I'll give you a prime example. Nope. So y'all know that I'm launching a new beer, right? A breakfast beer for Good Morning Gwinnett. And I came up with these amazing names. And don't you know, and I'm thinking they're amazing and nobody had them. Every one of them, somebody had a version of them. I'm telling you. And I was like, holy crap. So when that happens, I'll go and see if there's actually a website attached, or did somebody just buy the domain name and just sitting on it. But people, they bought it and sat on it. But here's the thing. They thought it was a good name too. So they bought it. Now, if I want to buy, I think one of the names I looked at was $6,000. I was like, what?
Wow.
Yeah. Like somebody bought that name. They're sitting on it and it's up for sale. If I want it, I can get it, but I got to pay $6,000 for it. And I was like, absolutely not. We're going to come up with a different version. So what I'm saying is that, yes, you want to protect your idea before you put it out there. But here's the thing. Don't go searching for domain names, because the minute you put it in a search engine, the bots pick it up and somebody knows it, because that's all they're doing is sitting there watching what domain name is being searched on, and then they go buy it. It happens all the time. And I remember I own 120 domain names, not because I'm squatting on them, but because I have I own so many domain names. So GoDaddy called me. Listen, GoDaddy called me and said, hi, Audrey, yeah, we're calling from GoDaddy. Do you want to join the domain club? Because you will save a lot. It was hilarious. They called me on the phone, and I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and join the club, because you spend a lot of money on domain names. It's hilarious, y'all.
Yes.
But whenever I have a really good idea, I'll buy the domain name. If I don't use it within a year, I'll let it drop off. I don't renew it the next year. But the 2 that I bought this time, as a matter of fact, I bought 5. I didn't buy 2. I bought 5. And I'm going to hold on to them because I know I'm going to use them because they were so cool. And I'll tell y'all about the name of the beers, and I'll tell y'all about the name of the logos and all that stuff as I get closer to getting everything ready to launch. I'm excited about it. I just got to get everything I need in place. And so that's why I can't tell you everything. Just know there's a breakfast beer coming, and then I'm going to actually share the journey of creating this product on video and audio, so you'll be able to hear it. I'm going to start I can tell you this. So I'm starting a new podcast called She Brews. And it's gonna be talking about my journey of building the beer company thing, the breakfast beer. And I'll tell you more about it. But so I'm laying in the bed yesterday. I told y'all Sunday is like my best day for clarity. For some reason, I have no idea why that is. And She Brews came in my mind. And She Brews, I think somebody got the .com, and I think it was $119. I was like, I don't want it that bad. I can just do something else, some other variation of it, right? I don't need shebrews.com. But so the new podcast is gonna come as soon as I get the green light. For what I need to do, because it's just a lot of work. It's like I need three licenses and all kinds of stuff. So I was like, it was so much stuff. I just put the iPad down. I'm like, ooh, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a second because that is just a lot of work. But it's exciting. Anyway, I'll tell y'all more about it later. Let me get on with the horoscopes. Taurus, go after your goals. Make sure that you get legal matters checked out thoroughly. There I go. There it is, right there. You're best to keep your money tied up in a safe place. Safe and secure place. Yep. Keep your money tied up somewhere safe and secure. Listen, get your legal matters checked out. Yep. You're going to go off them goals, but make sure everything is legally in place. Yep. Gemini, you should be able to get involved in an interesting proposition today. Look into ways to make your home more comfortable. You will find it easy finalizing personal papers if you make an effort. Yeah, listen, you're going to get some interesting propositions today. Ask the universe, should you take them? Because every proposition ain't a good proposition. Let me just say that. And sometimes you need wisdom and discernment to figure out, okay, should I even entertain doing this? Before you say yes, make sure your gut is saying, not your head, definitely not your head, because your head's probably saying nothing but dollar signs. Your heart and your gut, you want them two to be in agreement, not your head, because the head will always get us in trouble. I'm just telling you, it will. Don't listen to the head. Yep. You want to listen to the heart. You want to listen to the gut, and they need to be talking to each other. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to help you now. Cancer, don't agree to make any of those cosmetic alterations if you've been considering. Don't. Colleagues may try to undermine you. Curb your any jealousy fits if your partner has been flirting with someone else. Ooh, child, flirt back. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't listen to me. And me, I'm like, okay, so you flirting? All right, that's how we roll.
Flirt back.
Flirt back.
Flirt back.
So you want to flirt? I can flirt. Let me tell you now, I know how to flirt. And let me tell you, women probably are better flirts than you are. I don't watch a lot of reality shows, right? But let me tell you the one I do like, Temptation Island. I like Temptation Island, y'all. I'm guilty. I raise my hand. I'm guilty. I don't watch a lot of reality. I can't hardly tell you nothing that goes on reality TV. But I like Temptation Island. And I haven't been watching it in a long time. I've seen like last season because it would come on. Like, so I would watch Joel Osteen on Sundays, right? At 7:30, 8:30. And Temptation Island would come on. And I would watch it. And I was like, I actually like this. So there is a season, or the new season just started. There's one guy, and I forgot his name because I don't know all the names yet. But he's a flirt. He's a flirt. But he said he's never cheated on his girlfriend. He loves her so much. He's just one of those people that like, and he's not like a sexual flirt. He's just like a friendly person, like just friendly with everybody. And she hates that. She feels so insecure about that. And we need to have a conversation about that. Georgette, we should have we should go to Fire and Water and have a relationship conversation. Like, is your husband, are you a flirt? Is he a flirt? Is it dangerous or is it innocent? Well, anyway, his girlfriend brought him there because
I am a big flirt.
Right. So, but flirting can be, you got sexual flirting where you really trying to make a move on somebody. And you just got that kind of flirt, that playful flirt, because you just want some attention. I think he has this playful flirt because he just wanted attention, but she's not happy with that. And so I said all that to say, Cancer, don't flirt back. Just don't do it. It's not going to help. It's going to make it worse. Leo, risks will not be profitable. Do not overspend on entertainment. You will get along well with your colleagues today. All right, good. Anytime you got to get along with the people that you work with, that's a good thing. Nobody wants to work in a place where they feel bad and mad. Virgo, confusion may result when communicating with others. You have the opportunities to advance, but you may have to be willing to make some changes and possibly a residential move. Don't trust a deal that looks too good or a lover who appears to have it all. Oh, Lord. Let me say that one again. I'm going to say the last part for you, Virgo. Don't trust a deal that looks too good or that boo who appears to have it all. Let me tell y'all something. People put on it. Listen, when you meet folks for the first time, you're meeting their representative. You're not meeting them. Let me just tell you that for real. You're not meeting the real person. That's the representative. The representative is come to sell you something, and they want you to buy it. So the person that you first meet, Virgo, that's the representative. Take some time to get the real person. Find the boss. He's in there somewhere because he sent the representative to meet you. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. And the representative look like he got it going on or she got it going on. They appear to have it all. And it's all a facade. All right. Going to the song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Notary Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Stay tuned.
Sure, I understand it, but everything seems brighter now than before. I don't know why I feel this way, but every time I hear your name, all my worries disappear. Yeah, it's all because of you. I feel the way I do. Fall in love so easily, 'cause I don't wear my heart up on my sleeve. Yeah. I don't know if you feel the same, but every time I hear your name, my worries disappear. It's all because of you, yeah. I feel the way I do.
Kearney giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by Notary Astrologer Micah Thyssen. We're going to pick it up with Libra. A romantic dinner followed by a quiet evening with the one who is enticing you should be most satisfying. Okay. You got some enticement on a Monday. You can enjoy short trips. You should include children in your activities. You should. Now, I say you should. Now, you probably don't want to, but you should. Especially on them short trips. You know, maybe a trip to the park. Scorpio. Don't sign up for too many extra activities or you'll have trouble fulfilling your obligations. Keep your cash in your pocket and offer them some sound advice rather than financial assistance. Keep your cash. Give them some advice. It's free. Keep your money in your pocket. Friendships will be ruined if you let too many people get involved in any disputes. Listen, the key word there is ruined. It didn't say that it's going to be messed. It said ruined, which means it's probably hard to repair. So keep folks out the argument. Matter of fact, try to avoid the argument. Woosah. Do some meditations. Try to avoid it. That way you ain't got to worry about that stuff. Sagittarius. Try not to argue about trivial matters. Trivial matters. Try not to get into disputes that will lead to estrangements. Get busy doing those things at home that you've been putting off for so long. Lord have mercy. I woke up this morning and said, Lord, I need to put this bookcase together. It's been sitting there for about 2 weeks now. And I looked around, and I love magazines, so I have magazines just stacked up. I need to get rid of some of the magazines. So I'm with you, Sagittarius. My horoscope probably need to say the same thing. Get rid of some of that stuff that you've been putting off for too long. Capricorn, you will be full of good ideas, and your choice of activities may bring you enrichment far beyond your expectations. Don't be too pushy or demanding, or you may find yourself all alone. However, you must not neglect your family. Do not neglect the family today, but don't be so pushy and demanding. Nobody wants to be alone. Well, some people like being alone. They call themselves loners. They do. I'm not one of them. I want to be alone at certain times, but we all want to be alone sometimes. But most people don't want to be alone all the time. That's why the freaking pandemic made a lot of folks just go crazy, just being locked away. You feel like you're just locked up. Aquarius, secret affairs will only lead to deception. That's because it's a secret. Problems with colleagues are likely. Your boss may not be in the best of mood today. Aquarius, if it's a secret, yeah, that's probably the reason you'll be deceived, because it's a secret. When you can't, listen, if you with somebody and you can't openly, now here's the thing. It was one thing they say, I don't want people in my business. I understand that. But something totally different when nobody knows you exist. That's a secret. It ain't got nothing to do with people being in your business. Somebody's supposed to know you exist. You supposed to be to met somebody, the best friend, the cousin, your mama, somebody. When you have met no one, yeah, you're a secret, and that's probably why you're going to be deceived. And don't have your blinders on. Oh, he loved me so much. He just don't like people in our business. Nah, girl, you're a secret. Yes, you are. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces. Overindulgence could cause problems for you with your loved ones. You will learn valuable information if you travel today. Go with the flow and don't let the unsettled atmosphere get on your nerves. Okay. Yes. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty cool today, so I don't know about overindulgence.
I'm going with the flow.
I'm rolling with the flow too. Just go with the flow. I don't know. And where am I going to learn valuable information? Who knows? I'm probably gonna go on YouTube and travel somewhere virtually. YouTube. And travel somewhere virtually. Oh, listen, that's all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Michael Thiason. Now, let's get on to our word for the week, because I done talked a lot. It's already 10:37. I ain't got to no Gwinnett County news. Y'all just bear with us. Y'all know the day is Monday.
I won't talk a lot. I'll just give you the word.
Okay. I'm going to shut my mouth, too. That's one of the problems. The mic is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Audrey. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Good morning, Gwinnett. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I know I did as well, and got a chance to go out and hang out with Audrey and check out some metaphysical stuff, which I tell you, I got home and I felt so great. Just being in the space just made me feel so excited. And I did my little pendulum, had a little crystal, did my little pendulum, read about how to do it. It was really good. I really got some really good questions out of that. So, because you kind of asked these questions, you remember like the little 8 ball, you used to shake up and answer questions, and it'll float up to the top, yes or no. It's similar to that, but a little bit more on a deeper level, I think. All right, let's get to the word of the week. All right, let's see what this word is. Oh, jeez. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna tell you the word of the week, but if you guys are someplace where you could close your eyes, I want you to close your eyes, and I'm gonna say the word, and while I'm saying it, I want you to follow me when I say I am, and then I want you to repeat the word. And what I want you to do is just feel the energy that this word gives you, whether it's negative or positive. I just want you to feel it, because this is a word I think that's so challenging to so many people, including myself, at many times in my life. So here we go. Close your eyes. If you're not driving, please don't close your eyes when you're driving. And I want you to say, I am. The word is worthy. I am worthy. And I want you to feel what that feels like for you. Whether it is a second where you thought, oh, I don't know about that, or, oh, yeah, that kind of feels like me. Because I think one thing about words is that it brings up energy. Every word has its own energy. And being worthy is a thing that people, I think, tend to fear, right? Tend to not want to own, or they say that they feel worthy, but yet they look at their lives and they can kind of see something different. If you feel worthy about who you are, that you're important, and that you have value, then a lot of the things that surround you should reflect some of those things. And so you have to look into like what's showing up in your life, what's not showing up in your life, for you to see if you really truly feel worthy of yourself. And I think a lot of times too, being worthy, people associate that with how people see them. Right? If somebody sees you as important, then you feel worthy. It never is about how you see yourself. And I think when you look in the mirror, I think these words are all words that you need to look at the reflection of yourself in the mirror when you're saying these things. Because I think it reflects back the truth of how you really feel about who you are. And so when I say I'm worthy, I have to really truly start to believe that I have value, that I come into this world with value, regardless of my shape or my color, whether your shape changes from year to year, whoever that is. You have to start to feel like that you're worthy of acceptance of who you are and where you are in your life, and the things that you bring to the table, whether it is knowledge or wisdom or strength or character or personality. And I know a lot of times people say, oh, words don't matter. Well, words do matter. Oh, I can't just say that word and believe it. But if you don't start saying it, then how do you believe it? You have to own the word. You have to use it every day. We have this thing, what we call in our brain, it's like a bias to negativity. And most of the time, we gravitate toward things that are always negative because that's just the way, for some reason, our brain is wired. And it's there to protect us. So when you try to be positive and you try to, assert certain things about yourself, obviously there's things that are going to show up that say, oh, no, that's not right. So you have to constantly be in the process of understanding that positive words are words that you use, and words that are learned, and words that are something that you have to speak about and speak to yourself and speak of yourself every single day. It is just a process of feeling worthy enough in yourself, right, to want to be better and to do better and to know that you are perfect just the way you are, man. You are perfect just the way you are. And I know sometimes that's really hard to see, that we are perfect just the way we are. And we should not have to have it come from outside sources, because at the end of the day, no matter how many times people tell you, if you don't believe that about you, it's just not gonna resonate. So you have to start to learn to believe that, and the only way you can do that is to really just start speaking truth to that. So I am sharing. No, I am worthy.
You are worthy.
I am worthy, and I am worthy to be here. I'm worthy to be talking to you. I am worthy to be sharing positive and empowering words with you every week here, because I feel worthy.
You are worthy.
Because I am worthy, and you are worthy. You are worthy. So I want you to look up that word. I want you to use that word. I want you to say that to yourself. I think a lot of times you just really need to actually start speaking that, because the more you speak it, the more you start to really, truly believe certain things about who you are. You have to be able to speak it. It's like anything negative. If you go through trauma, you have to speak it. You have to give it a voice in order to move past it. You can't just live in it, because eventually it's going to show up, and not in a good way.
Right.
So it's the same thing about positivity. You have to start speaking it. You have to start speaking it so you can own it, so you can know who you know that you know that you know who you are. And that takes work. So But if you don't start somewhere, then it never never allow yourself to blossom to be the person that you're put on this earth to be. So, and I want everybody to blossom. So, and I want you to know that you are worthy. So that's your word for the week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So look, I got a guest in the studio.
Hey, Legacy.
So say good morning, everybody. Say good morning, Gwinnett. So I got a guest in the studio. This is Miss. You want some grapes?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Carter Copeland, and she is my guest for the day for a hot second. She has come to tell me she wants some grapes. Tell the people good morning.
Good morning.
There you go. Good morning. So this is my first time on the microphone. You finished?
Yeah.
Okay, Mommy gonna get you some grapes, okay?
No,
TT got the grapes.
Yeah.
TT working though.
Okay.
Yeah, but the grapes in the refrigerator.
Okay.
Okay, go get you some. Bye-bye. Okay,
Bye, ladies.
She going to get us some grapes, y'all. So listen, let me tell y'all something. This is real life right here. You know what I'm saying? You know and I have studio space, right? But I just don't want to be there by myself, you know. And I partner with People Think About It, which is another podcast, and they have a studio called D&L Clark over in Lawrenceville on Sugarloaf Parkway. And it's a beautiful space. It's a whole office suite. And I'm going to be going there soon. I just have not gotten around to doing it because I had moved out into my own studio last year, right, in January. As a matter of fact, last week would have been 1 year because we did the week of my birthday would have been 1 year. We did the ribbon cutting like a couple days before my birthday.
Yes.
And so that would have been a whole year last week that I had been in the studio. Well, here's the thing. The pandemic kicked in. We weren't there but 2 months. Because by the time I came from Podfest, which is where I spoke last year at the conference in Orlando, when I came back, that was the last conference that I had gone to for the year. Corona had just attacked everybody, and the studio closed down along with everything else. Like, they shut Georgia down like a week later. I was in the studio probably maybe 2-3 days in March, and that was it. Yeah. And then after that, it was like, okay, my uncle passed away, then my best man passed away, and it was like back to back, March and April. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going out this house. I was so paranoid, and I closed the studio down. So one of my students, who became a good friend, he and his wife, they have a studio, a nice studio with Rodecaster Pro and all the Rode mic. Oh yeah, they got a nice studio. They asked me to partner with them, and I said absolutely. But we've gone in there a couple of times just to learn to work the equipment, and nobody goes there. It's so crazy. And so I'm home in my house studio, and I got everything in my house studio too. But I get, sometimes I get unexpected guests like today, and so. Listen, it's life right now. It's life. I've heard recordings of major businesses. I'm talking about like AT&T. The recording comes on and says, "Thank you for calling AT&T. Our representatives, due to COVID-19, our representatives may be working from home. So we apologize beforehand if you hear background noise or television or children playing." It was hilarious.
No.
Yes.
No.
I've heard it, girl. I've heard it. And I was like, well, at least they let you know that these representatives are working from home and you're liable to hear anything. The dog barking. And they say that, G. One of them said you might hear a dog barking because people are at home working and they're still home. And my daughter was just saying the other day, she's like, her job still hasn't said whether or not they're going to go back into the office. Like, they have not. She started last year in, I want to say it was June, and she's been home the whole time. So they told her when she got hired that they were going to go back in July, but she said she don't think they're going back in July. Because here's the thing, I think working from home for a lot of companies is working. And I think they're looking at the numbers and saying, wait a minute now, we get way less call-ins because people are home. The kids are sick and they're home and they're making it happen. Give them some cough syrup, put them in the bed. Yep. Give them some Tylenol, put them in the bed. Get back on them phones, answer them. Do your work. So I'm thinking that, I'll be really interested to see like what the numbers look like from the quality and quantity of work from people who are working from home. Because I feel like a lot of companies are saying this is really working, and we're gonna leave it just like this. Because I get my friend Rosa told me, she said, listen, they get way more work out of me at home. I said, really? Because I would see that being just the opposite. She said, no, they do. But she said, because one, I'm not tired from being in traffic.
Yeah.
from the
Stressed
community.
out, driving.
Dragging, I was like, well, that makes sense. And the two, she said she will find that she will work longer when she work from home than if she was at work, which I found that to be pretty amazing because, hell, I've been working from home for the last 22 years, and I find that very hard. I do. You would think by now I would have figured it out, but I find it extremely hard work from home because of, unexpected guests and, needing to go take somebody somewhere and I find it very hard. But she was saying for her it's a lot. They get a lot more work out of her, so that's pretty interesting. All right, so listen, your word of the week is I am worthy. Your group of words. So you meditate on that. Burn a red candle. Yeah. You are worthy. I'm gonna burn a red candle, and that's gonna be my word. Like I'm gonna do that tonight. Like I'm gonna burn my red candle because that's supposed to unblock that's supposed to clear my root chakra. And so I'm sure that's the one that's kind of like it's all. I am worthy is probably deep down in this. So I'm gonna work on clearing that chakra tonight. I was tired last night. By the time I got
finished,
your
heart chakra
and your heart chakra,
I think it was good too.
Yeah, clear that too.
Yeah. And your throat chakra because you have to speak it. So your throat chakra.
How about we just clear all 7 of them? We gonna just clear all 7 of these chakras.
Just lay down there in a line.
Just lay down, and I got all this. So I'm just gonna lay on the floor, burn a red candle, clear all of them. Right before I go, then I'm gonna put on the chakra video on YouTube because the clearing that. So play the mute. All of that. All right, I'm finished talking, y'all. Let me go ahead and get on some news. It's almost 11 o'clock, and I haven't done any Gwinnett news. I'm sorry. That's what happens when I have a really good rest and it's Monday morning. Yeah, and let me tell you something. I really like Fire and Water. It was really cool, so check it out again. I'm shouting them out because I really, really liked it. And it was this young guy. I got to tell you this, then I'm going to get on to news. It was this young guy, right? He was hilarious. So he came in, he said, and he was young. He looked like he might have been about 25, if that. But I thought it was so funny because he walked in, he said, oh my God. He said, my chakras was out of alignment, and then I was walking, and the store just drew me to it, and I walked in, and I saw the sage. I'm out of sage, and I was like, oh my God! And the sage you had to be there. It was so funny. And so then we went outside. We got ready to leave, and Georgia and I went outside, and we were kind of Mizra. I think I'm saying that right. Mizra is a hookah lounge. They had outside seating, so Georgia and I went down there and sat down. We just because it was so beautiful. We were sitting there talking. So he was actually inside the hookah lounge. He said, "Listen, come on in. I'll buy y'all a glass of water." I was like, "Oh my God!" And then he said to Georgia, he said, "Ain't tea." Now this is country. This how you know when in country. Ain't tea. You resonated with me. Your energy. I felt your energy. You remind me of my mom. He said, you too. No. He said, you too, Auntie. Both of y'all together. I felt your energy. It was hilarious, y'all. It was hilarious.
Okay. Now, let me I'm sorry. Let me tell you something. When young guys now tell you that you remind them of their mom, you're like,
oh. Oh, really?
Thanks.
Oh, wow. She must be a beautiful woman. But it kind of dates you like, okay, so what does he see? He see who I really am.
Exactly.
My representative has retired. She no longer exists. She no longer exists. She has retired. I'm here. This is me.
Oh,
all right, listen, let me go ahead.
I love it.
Yeah. Can you sing? Listen out there, Gwinnetians, Georgians, can you sing? Because the Gwinnett strippers, Lord have mercy. Forgive me, stripers. Y'all know when they named, so it used to be the Gwinnett Braves, I think it was. They should have just left that name. Because I swear, the stripers, that name right there, I'm trying to figure out, and I messed it up. Listen, the Gwinnett Stripers, which is our minor league baseball team, is looking for people to sing the national anthem at the opening games. But here's the thing: you got to be able to sing, right? So they want you to send some audition tapes, some videos, some audios, of you singing a cappella because they need to know you can sing. Can you sing? Can you sing or can you sing? Because there's a difference. Okay. Singing and sing. Anyway, the Gwinnett Stripers are looking for you. So if you're interested in singing at the game, doing the national anthem, they're looking for you. So you can reach them at stripersinfo@braves.com. stripersinfo@braves.com. If you can sing, if you sing in a group, if you're a solo singer, they're looking for you. They want you to sing. I think that's an amazing. I think that's amazing to be able to sing the national anthem.
Yeah.
Right. So beginning March 8th, candidates will be invited to participate in a virtual audition. So auditions are coming. So listen, go ahead, get your voice in order so you can, you ain't got to do it in person. It's going to be virtual, and it's going to begin on March the 8th. Candidates will be judged on their tone and clarity. See, I can't get up there and do that because that'd be a mess.
I can't do that.
Tone, clarity, pace, and it's going to be 90 seconds or less. So you make sure you get your pipes together. You know, if you want to do this could be huge, y'all. You know, for those of you who don't know, the Stripers is our minor league for the Atlanta Braves. So it's not little. And when I interviewed the VP, Adam English. When I interviewed Adam English, I didn't realize how big that really was. That's big. So if you know you can sing, you know you got a group that can sing, you want to sing the national anthem, go ahead over there, email them so you can get on the list, right? You got to email them today. Auditions start on the 8th. So you got to email today. Today is March 1st. You got to do it today. I'm sorry. I wish I had gotten this story sooner. I got it now. It's not too late. Stripersinfo@braves.com. You got to do it today. So go ahead. Stripersinfo@braves.com. Don't waste no time. If you know you can sing, you know your group can sing, this could be major for you. You never know who's watching. Maybe somebody that's watching said, oh my God, let's bring them on. Let's give them a contract. All of that. You know, they were saying that Gwinnett dropouts graduate from online program is in record numbers. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. Yeah. Anyway, there's a young man, his name was Earl McClendon. He said he struggled during his senior year at Discovery High School in Gwinnett County. He had medical issues that led him to miss classes and fall behind, he said. Instead of graduating last spring with the rest of the class, he dropped out. You know, and that's pretty, you know, the fact that they can even, you know, they even have the option of going to online school. Because, you know, I think the coronavirus messed up a lot of people. Like, there are a lot of people who, just being home virtually is rough for the family members and everybody else, and you know. But anyway, he said, but that wasn't the end of McClendon. He made up the rest of his classes with Gwinnett Online Campus. That's really cool, and became one of 79 record students who received diplomas in December from Graduate Gwinnett, the virtual schools program for dropouts. So what I like about that is that the online campus, Gwinnett Online Campus, give these young people the opportunity to go online and finish their education. Here's the crazy part. That's perfect because they spend hours and hours on the freaking phone. And that's a little computer. Like, you know what I mean? So now you're giving them their education where they spend most of their time on the freaking phone. Because I'm sure he probably did a lot of stuff on that phone when it came to research. And then Gwinnett did this amazing thing about giving out all these laptops, you know, so people, and they did internet so the kids can get online. And so, you know, the Gwinnett campus is a great way for those dropouts to not feel like, you know what, I'm a loser. You know, I messed up. Right. If you are serious about your education, now you can go to the Gwinnett graduate program and still get a shot at earning a diploma. That's important, y'all. And I know some people say, you know, education, college is a farce. And maybe college is a bit much. But here's the thing. What I can tell you, you have to learn something. If you are planning to survive, not just survive, but thrive in this world, you have to have skills. It's hands down. You have to have, I don't care what it is. You want to learn how to fix a car? If you don't know how to fix a car, you got to go get the skills. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to get the skills to fix a car, you want to be the best doggone auto mechanic in the state of Georgia, wherever you're listening right now. Be the best. You know what I mean? I don't care what, you know, Georgia, sometimes, and I don't want to get off on a tangent, but I got to say this. We are all different. God has all put us on our own path in life. There may be somebody who is an excellent customer service person, right? You just love talking on the phone to customers. If that's you, here's what I would say. Be the freaking best customer service rep they got at the company. And you can. You can go take a ton of classes and be the absolute best. And here's what happens. You get noticed and you move up. I'm just telling you what happens. You I don't care what, if you love to do nails, right? Be the best darn nail tech in your state. Guess what happens? You get noticed. Your chair is never empty. That's what happens. You make a ton of money. Right? But, and so I say that to say this. You don't have to look at your career and say, oh my God, people are looking down on me for that. Everybody's on their own path. Embrace your path. right?
Yeah, embrace it.
Embrace your path.
Be good
That's
at
your
it.
path, and be the best darn person you can be on that path as possible. That's what you gotta do, and I think that's where a lot of people lose it. And a lot of now he was one of the ones to say, you know what, I don't want to be known as a dropout. Now let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people who have dropped out. I'm not telling anybody to drop out, but there are people who have dropped out because they realized that wasn't their path. And then they got on the path that they were supposed to be on, and now they're killing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
But that wasn't their path.
Don't drop out and then don't have another path.
Right. Don't just drop out to hang on the corner. I'm sure that's not the path.
Right.
That's the path to somewhere you probably don't want to go, right? But I'm just saying, he graduated. Congratulations to him, and congratulations to the other 79 who went through this. They dropped out and they went back. That's the thing. See, that's like when you fall, when you get knocked down and you get back up. You ever watch boxing, right? I know a little bit about boxing because I got somebody in my family that's a boxer. You get knocked down, right? You see the boxer get knocked down, and then the ref bring him back up, and he has to hold his hands up. And he said, "Are you okay?" And he like, "Yes." He get back up, and sometimes he get back up and really win. Sometimes they get knocked down and get back up, and let me tell you, and they win. But if you get knocked down and you stay down, you ain't gonna win. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win.
Yep.
It's not gonna happen.
No chance.
No chance. So congratulations to principal at Gwinnett Online Campus, Christopher Ray, for bringing these young people back to school, and not only bringing them back through the campus, Gwinnett campus online, but allowing them to get their education so they can graduate, so they can have this shot at having a good life. And that's important. I don't care what anybody say. Mm-hmm. It's important. And you got to feel, here's the thing, when you drop out, there's a chance you don't feel good about yourself, right? And when you don't feel good about yourself, you do things that make you feel worse. And then you get in this crazy, vicious cycle of things that make you feel worse. And then you just go down the rabbit hole doing things that make you feel worse because now you don't feel worthy.
Right.
You don't feel worthy at that point. You feel like a loser. You feel like you messed up. You feel like everybody's looking down on you. I know. Yeah. Because at some point in my life, we've all felt it. We've all felt like, man,
we've all dropped out of something.
We dropped out of something. I got kicked out of college.
Yeah.
I didn't drop out. They kicked me out. And they kicked me out because I didn't know who I was. Right? I was smart. I could have went to private high schools. That's how smart I was. I'm the smart girl to get kicked out of college. I was like, my mother was like, what were you doing? I was like, apparently nothing. I cried like a baby when I got that letter. I was like, oh my God. She's like, I don't know why you're crying. You went up there with your rowdy, so I went to Westside High School, and my high school was called the Rough Riders. You went up there with them rowdy Rough Riders and didn't do nothing. I didn't, but I didn't do anything because I was just partying the whole time. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So here's what happened to me, and I'm going to go to a song after this. I went to college. I was very good in math and science, right? That's what I was good at. And they told me to go to school for accounting. And I started taking macro and micro and stats. And I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. I hate this. So I didn't go to class. I did not go to class. I did not. And I have dreams. I've never said this, Georgia, but I have dreams about going to certain classes and not going to other classes because I just hated them. And I would go knowing that I was not going to get credit for them. It was crazy. And I just had this dream probably about 2 weeks ago of me not going to a class and knowing that I need this class so I can graduate, and I would not go because I hated the class. And it was just like, it's boring. So I wasn't meant to be an accountant. But I didn't know I was meant to be an entrepreneur. Lord, somebody should have told me back there because I would have been, Lord, me and Bill Gates would have been neighbors. You hear me? Science and math? Oh, yeah, I would have been somebody's neighbor. I am somebody's neighbor, but I probably would have been Bill Gates or Michael Dell or one of them guys. I would probably have been their neighbors. But I didn't know. And so I got
it's not even that you didn't know either. You had people around you who didn't know, right? What to do, didn't know how to, to maneuver you and share information with you that help you grow. I mean, that's part of that too. I mean, my husband did the same thing. He literally went there. He wanted to do he was the only black person, pretty much maybe a handful in the Bronx High School of Science. Really smart guy. He went to a counselor, and the counselor told him he wanted to do robotics or something he did. And the counselor looked at him like, what? You can't do that. Because by the time he went, had a lot to do with the color of his skin, for sure. And then two, the counselor probably didn't know, was clueless about what he wanted to do. And he's like, no, you can't do that. You should do this. You know, I mean, so those things affect you too. If you don't have somebody around there to help mentor you or guide you, you know what I mean? It's not always just that you don't know what your passion is. Even if you do know what it is, you still have to have sometimes people outside to help guide you through that process.
That's
too.
true. Because that's who
Yeah.
told me, my counselor. His name was, I'm never going to forget him. His name, he was so nice. So his name was Mr. Avanette. And Mr. Avanette looked at my transcript and he's like, oh, you're really good at math and science. You can be an accountant. And I was like, oh, okay. Didn't know what an accountant did. All I know is when I got there and I started doing microeconomics, like, yeah, this is not it. So guess what I did, y'all? I played spades. I ate sunflower seeds and I drank orange juice. That's what I did. I even fell sculpting. And everybody know I've been trying to do art my whole life. I fell sculpting. Somebody asked me, or just clay, how do you feel that? I was like, I don't know. I did.
You could have been working in NASA.
Yeah,
You know
girl,
what I'm saying?
yeah. I could have been a hidden figure. Oh, my God.
I mean, you could have been.
I
you
could
know,
have
but
been.
you have to have people around you who see that.
Right.
You know, instead of just saying, "Oh, this is what you do." Okay, this is your numbers, and this you should be here. It's like, what do you want to even have a conversation? What do you want to do? Like, do you like doing numbers all the time? I mean, this is what accounting is. I mean, it's
No.
I think it definitely helps with counselors. Yeah, those are important people. And we've heard it before from entrepreneurs, you know, that this teacher taught me this or this teacher helped me with that, you know.
But you got to like crunching numbers all the time, and I do not. Like, this is why I like being an entrepreneur, because it gives me the opportunity to be all these different people that's inside my head. Yeah, that may sound a little crazy, but most entrepreneurs are. So just know that. All right, listen, I'm going to a song, G. I'm going to a song because we've been talking a lot. I'm going to a song, and I got to come back and bring some more news, so stay tuned right after. It's Monday. Y'all know we're going to be here at 11:30, so get used to that. Be right back. Stay tuned.
I wake up on Sunday morning, feel that ache inside my heart. I can't hold on any longer, seconds from falling apart. Wasn't like any other summer, still been left that warm summer breeze. Although you gave me your promise that you would never gonna leave, but
Welcome back, welcome back. So listen, guys, Solicitor General here in Gwinnett County, Brian Whiteside, he's saying no to House Bill 531. He said, he's not going for it. Nobody's going to go for that bill. And what happens is that's the bill that's been put out there and at the General Assembly, and that bill requires voters to show a copy of their ID when applying for an absentee ballot. So you get the little thing in the mail and say, do you want an absentee ballot? Well, how you going to use your ID for that? So to me, this is all a part of voter suppression. I know some people don't think so, but it is. And so he was saying, you know what, I'm throwing a gauntlet down on this one. Like, I'm going to sue the state of Georgia if this bill passes into law. So he's not going to be the only one that fight this bill for Gwinnett County. They want to remove the drop boxes. I think that is the worst thing ever. Because here's the thing. The people that put this law in place, they know that people don't want to stand in line. Because I didn't stand in I think I stood in the primaries line, and that was all because I wanted the whole tradition of going and getting in line and voting, right? But in the runoffs, I was like, I ain't getting in line. I'm going to drop these ballots in this box. That's what I did. And that helped a lot of people. After hour drop-offs and things like that, people who had to work, they got the absentee ballot. And so, for me, it gives people opportunity to vote. But anyway, House Bill 531 is it's going to the floor, and people gonna fight this tooth and nail. It just is, and Brian Whiteside said he would sue the state of Georgia if they try to pass this thing in the law. He's prepared to sue, and I agree, because I think it's so terrible that because people have raised their hands because maybe they didn't vote before and they was like, we need to vote right now, and they voted for the person they wanted to be in the chair because they felt like that person was going to help them, and then other people who are just used to people not voting feel like, oh, it's unfair, it's fixed, it's this. Nah, people just decided they woke up and they said, you know what, I'm going to vote this year. Now, they may not vote again in the next 8 years, but they voted this year. That doesn't mean you have the right to take... Right, exactly. Doesn't mean you have the right to remove the ballot boxes and removing Sunday early voting and, oh yeah, they trying to do some damage. You know what I mean? But the only thing they're going to do is piss people off again, because that's what happened. They pissed off a lot of folks with all the nonsense they were doing, and people like, yeah, okay, this is what y'all want to do? All right, we about to show up, and we're going to show out.
Vote you out.
Well, Brian Whiteside, our Solicitor General, said, you know what, I'll sue the state of Georgia. So he's prepared to go all the way and sue. And rightfully so. Because I feel like everybody has a right to vote. You know what I mean? So I think it's terrible that that people even try to stop the vote. That's the terrible part. Like, why? Like, if your candidate sucks, they won't get the vote. That's all. It ain't got nothing to do with, they suck. That's what it is. I've heard somebody say, oh, we're never going to win if we don't stop this. What? No, you're never going to win because you suck. That's the problem.
Because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Right. Like, if I don't vote for you, I don't vote for you because, I didn't vote for you because I didn't like you. I didn't like what you stood for. That's the part I don't understand, why they can't understand that. You can't stand the fact that your candidate sucks. You can't stand the fact that nobody really likes them. Because that's the problem. Fix the candidate. Don't worry about the voting system. You need to fix the candidate.
Right.
That's the problem.
Right. Don't let people be in there for 85 years.
Right. But they don't want to fix the candidate. They want to destroy voting. We're going to keep these crummy candidates we got. We're going to tear up the voting system. Well, Brian said it's not on his watch. He's going to sue. All right, so Sheriff Kebo Teller, which was the first African-American to be a sheriff in Gwinnett County, got sworn in on Saturday at the Gwinnett Justice and Administration Center, so congratulations to you. He had said when he got into he said when he was running on a ticket, he said one of the things he was going to do away with was the 287G program, and he did that really quickly. Now he has been officially sworn in. I'm sure he has a lot of work ahead of him, so congratulations, Sheriff Kebo Teller, for being sworn in and doing exactly what you say you were going to do. So I'm looking forward to seeing all the other things that are going to be coming down the pike that's on his watch, because there's a lot of things he said he was going to do. There are a lot of candidates that said he was going to do a lot of stuff, so this is going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see. Yeah. So there's an ongoing COVID response and performance audit in transit. There's some of the things that Gwinnett commissioners are looking at. I got to tell y'all this. So Chairwoman Nicole Love Hendrickson, I know a lot of you probably know, but I lost my mom in January to COVID, and we were having like the hardest time trying to get a vaccine appointment. So Nicole was on she was doing a town hall, and that I was on. It was a Sunday night, and I put in because we couldn't get an appointment. Like, there was no way for us to get an appointment. And I just put out, so somebody asked a question. I think it was a doctor. She had asked a question. She was in the chat room, and I responded to the question. I was like, yeah, I told the story about my mom and how, we had been trying to get an appointment ever since all this long time. So Nicole gave me a number to call, or a text, and I did that. And Georgette was, and it's so funny because the number that Nicole gave me, the information that she gave me, I passed it on to Georgette. So Georgette was the first one out of the whole group of people, and it's like about 17 people on my list. I sent it out to everybody, and she was the first one to be able to get her first shot for the vaccine. So I want to say again, thank you publicly to the Commissioner Chairwoman Nicola Henderson for sharing that information with me, and it allowed Georgette to get her shot. And now I'm getting my shot tomorrow. My husband's getting his shot on Wednesday, and my sister-in-law is getting her shot on Thursday. I think my daughter's getting her shot on Wednesday. So thank you so much for sharing that information. So this is why we need good people in these positions, because they are for the people, And I'm not just saying it because I know Nicole, but I know that her heart is in the right place. I went through the Gwinnett Citizen Citizenship 101 program. I thought that was an amazing program. I went through that program about 3 years ago, and I'm still talking about it. I'm talking about it because I'm so impressed by it. And so if you are a Gwinnett citizen, I think you should try to go through the program. I know that the whole COVID thing has thrown us off, but they have a spring class and they have a fall class. And so, prayerfully by fall, we're in a better situation than we are right now, but they are taking enrollments like right now. So if you have the opportunity, and this is in the evening time, I think my class was 6:00 in the evening, and I think we had to go for 10 weeks. I think I only missed one day. You can only miss 2. I think I missed 1. And I forgot what it was for, something that I had already had a previous engagement for. But anyway, we got a good board of people right now. So we got in the commissioners, we have Chairwoman Nicole Love Hendrickson, we have Kirkland Cardin, Bill Cool, Jasper Watkins, and Marlene Foskew, and they're on a mission right now to make sure that COVID is addressed, that the transit issue is addressed, and to make sure that the county is performing at top level. And I believe that's what's going to happen. So I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys do working together. Commissioner Foskew has been there for a minute, so has been Cool. So the newbies are Nicole, Jasper, and Kirkland. They're all newbies, so it's a nice diverse group here, and so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that county with this new team of commissioners coming in and doing the work. So let's keep our eyes out. Listen, I'm gonna report either way. I want to know what's happening. I'm gonna talk about it either way. If it's good, I'm gonna talk about it. If it's bad, I'm gonna talk about it. What you don't hear me talk about, there was a lot of murders and stuff like that. I don't talk about that. I leave that to the Journal News. For more information about that story, about the commission, you can go to Gwinnett Daily Post and listen to that, to check it out as well. We got a lot going on right now. So check this out. So the Infinite Energy Center is, the expansion is finally taking shape. Let me tell you something. This has been going on for a minute. I know one time at one point they had a contractor that dropped off or something, and this has kind of been sitting. Well, it is expanding, and it's finally taking shape. So the Infinite Energy Center is going to be, I'm sure it's going to be gorgeous. I'm looking forward to seeing the Lawrenceville Art Center. I'm so looking forward to that. Center,
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting involved in the art space all together, because here's the thing. I like that stuff, but I'm always so busy working till I miss out on all the good stuff. And I said I wasn't going to do that anymore. I was going to take some time to really enjoy. And Gwinnett has some beautiful things going on. Like, they got a ton of festivals going on. I don't know if you know it, G, but it's all kind of festivals. Yes, it's going to be a lot of people, but preferably by then we got our second shot and we can put our mask on and we can have some sort of fun. Even with the mask on. When I tell y'all, wonderful. I hate the mask because it's hot. I do. I hate the mask.
Yeah.
It's hot, but
it was so hot yesterday.
Oh, it was so hot. It was like, ooh, it's hot. So the Infinite Energy Center is taking shape. The Art Center is taking shape. It's going to be a lot to do here in Gwinnett County. I checked the calendar yesterday. They got all kind of festivals coming up. I think they got a beer and barbecue festival coming up. Of course, St. Patrick's Day is next weekend. So I know they're going to be doing stuff downtown. Last year they canceled everything, but I feel like it's going to be something happening. We'll see what that is. I went to St. Patrick's Day, the St. Patrick's Day parade. I think I went to, I don't think I went last year. I think I went the year before. And I know I didn't go last year. I went the year before, and I bought my husband this Irish lager. That thing was black. It was beer. It was black. And he drank a half a cup, Georgette, and he was like, oh my God, what's in here? It was beer. It was one of them Irish lagers. And
Yeah.
it was so it was black, and the foam that's on top was like brown. I was like, ooh. See, and it's so funny because I don't like beer. I've never liked
like
beer.
beer.
I like coolers. I tasted seltzer water, hard seltzer. But wait, it's hard seltzer, G. It's got a hint of alcohol to it. I actually like that. And I was like, I don't like what I don't like. I don't like seltzer water that has like the flavors. I don't like that. But the hard seltzer that I tasted that had a hint of alcohol, I was like, I like this. My husband didn't like it. He's like, this is not beer. And I was like, I said, it's not beer. It's hard seltzer. He's like, yeah, beer drinkers are not going to drink this. I was like, no, it's not. It's for people like me who not going to drink beer. You know, so
that's true.
It's for people like me. You don't want too sweet because coolers are sweet and they have a lot more alcohol. Hard seltzers are not sweet and they have 5% alcohol. So it's for a person like me. I'm a lightweight. I don't like the sugary, right? And I don't like beer. So I'm in the middle. So when I taste, I was like, oh, it actually tastes like water. Now, here's the crazy part. I feel like it'll sneak up on you.
I don't believe that, but okay.
No, it doesn't taste exactly like
water,
water.
so I
It
don't
doesn't
know
taste
about that.
exactly like water, but it has like a smooth taste that you can say, okay, I'm gonna drink this. It doesn't taste like seltzer. You know how you buy the seltzer water? It tastes like a little salty seltzer, like an alka seltzer. It doesn't taste like that. So it has you can taste like a very tiny, I'm talking about really tiny bit of sugar and a little tiny bit of alcohol. So when I say it tastes refreshing, it's refreshing to me. And I'm like, this is a drink right here that I'll be done drank two of these and it be done snuck up on me. So I would have to be careful drinking it because it is good. I thought it was pretty good anyway. And I was like, oh, my husband like, nobody's going to drink that. That's not beer. I was like, it's not beer. It's hard seltzer. People that drink beer is not going to drink that. I was like, no. But people that don't drink beer like me, they'll drink it. So, pretty cool. But I thought it was pretty cool. All right, listen, I'm going to my last song. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to close it out for the day because we've been talking for a minute. Stay tuned.
War is a four-letter word. Trust yourself if you get hurt. Tell yourself it's so absurd. Four-letter words. Four-letter words. I hate it when you're like this. You never get excited. Struck by lightning. Don't hide it, no. Don't hide it, no. Soulless man, do you feel it? Love hurts more when you're in it. Yeah. Gravity at its limit. At its limit. Do you feel it?
Welcome back. So it's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney. Listen, guys, I'm about to close it out for today, but before I go, I wanted to give you my word of inspiration for today, and here goes. Dreams come true. Without that possibility, nature would not incite us to have them. Let me say that one more time. Dreams come true. Without that possibility, nature would not incite us to have them. John Updike said that, and he was right. Dreams do come true. And all you got to do is just look around. Everything that you see around you pretty much is not a part of nature, was somebody's dream. It was a vision that somebody, I'm talking about everything. Just look around. If you live in a house, there's a doorknob on there. Somebody dreamed that. The lights over your head, somebody dreamed that. The light switch on the wall, somebody dreamt it. Somebody said, you know what, let's take this tree and cut it down and make a door. Somebody said, you know what, we want to save trees. Let's take some aluminum and make a door. Somebody said, you know what, let's not use aluminum. Let's take glass and make a door. Hey, let's take some glass and make a window. How do we make some glass? Listen, everything around you was a dream. Everything. If it's not standing out in nature on its own, it was somebody's dream. Here's the thing. Dreams take work. Let me say that one more time. Dreams take work. Dreams take commitment. Dreams take sacrifice. Dreams take consistency. Dreams take work. And that's what happens. People don't want to do the work, and the dreams never come to life. But they are possible. They are possible if you have them, but you just got to know that you got to put in the work. Listen, I'm on another dream mission right now. I'm on another dream journey. I'm about to launch this beer, and I know it's going to be work. I got to get 3 different licenses, one on a federal level, one on a state level, and one on a county level. All that by itself, it's like, people be like, man, that's going to cost me $1,000. I could go buy on a trip with that $1,000. That's just the beginning, I'm sure. That is the absolute beginning of this journey. I'm absolutely sure, right? You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. I'm dedicated to what I'm dedicated to. And once I get dedicated to something, hence, I talk to you every morning, 4 days a week, I'm dedicated to it. Just like I'll be dedicated to this and creating this breakfast beer that I'm going to talk to y'all about when I come back, as I get everything pulled together. But I got to put all the paperwork in place. Dreams take work, but they are possible. They are. And belief, man. You gotta have the belief that you could do it. You gotta have the belief, and you gotta be willing to do the work. See, here's the thing: if you have the belief, you know, because some people believe, but they just don't want to do the work. Like, man, I believe I could do it. I know I could. I just need to put my mind to it. Yep. You need to put your mind to it. You gotta give up some stuff.
Body and your heart and soul.
Hell, you may have to even give up some people. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth. You may have to give up some people. You know, people are not going to understand the journey. Whether you're trying to be an athlete, whether you're trying to be a jeweler, whether you're trying to be a business owner, whatever you're trying to be the best podcaster in the world, people not going to understand. We say, nah, I can't go out tonight because I got to read this book on podcasting. I got to get on this marketing webinar. What time is it? 3 o'clock? Nah, I can't do that. I got to get on this Instagram webinar to figure out how to do these ads. People ain't want to hear that. Like, man, you always busy. Yup. Dedicated to this dream. Because you know what? I know it's possible, but I got to put the work in. I was listening to somebody. Oh, I'm going to tell this quick story, then I'm going to be out. And I'm about to buy this book. There's a woman who started a cosmetic company called It. Just It. That was the name of it. It. Right? And she was talking, and I had flashback, Georgette, when we started the Doll Company, because she said she was going around. So what happened was she was a news show host, and she developed rosacea. And she said her face would get really red on her cheeks, like really red. So she had makeup on, but one day the makeup started to break off and the red started to poke through. And you know they have the earphones in your ear so they can talk to you while you're on the air. And they were talking to her and said, hey, something's on your face. Get it off, because she was on live TV. And she said she knew that was her makeup breaking up because it didn't cover up the rosacea. So anyway, she developed a new kind of makeup for people who had rosacea. But she was kind of heavy set, you know, and she had rosacea. So she wasn't like the models that you see on TV, which, you know, 97% of us are not, right? And she wasn't that, and she shopped her makeup around, and she went around, and people would not carry her makeup. So she said she finally got to this one guy, and he said, you know, I wish I could just be truthful. And she said, be truthful. Well, people are not going to buy makeup from someone who looks like you. This is what he told her. And she said, although her feelings were hurt, she knew that she knew in her spirit that wasn't true. And so she took that, and she said, you know what, it's true. And she built that business, y'all. Listen, she built the business, a makeup business, to people that look just like her. She said she got an opportunity to go on QVC. And she said they wanted her to get a model with good skin to put the makeup on. She's like, no, that's not why I built this company. I'm not going to get a model with good skin to put on the TV. That's not why I built the company. Her name is Jamie Kern Lima. Jamie Kern Lima. The book is called, she wrote a book called Believe It, but her cosmetic company was called It. She said, that's not why I did the company. So what she did was she decided to go on QVC with no makeup on. That was ballsy. Because you're on national TV, 100 million homes, no makeup, and sold out in 6 minutes of her makeup. Wow. Her beauty brand, her beauty brand is the biggest beauty brand in the world. She looked like she may be 35, 40 years old. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? In the world. But here's what she said. She said, I worked 100 hours a week. So I know working that she didn't have a life. She couldn't have. 100 hours a week, that's a lot. She didn't have a real life. But she sacrificed and she built that business, and L'Oreal bought it for $1.2 billion.
Wow.
Would it be? So listen, dreams can come true and they're possible, but you got to do the work. So all I got for you today. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 31 minutes with Georgette and I I appreciate you and love you to life for that. Listen, if you missed any episode of the show, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com and listen to past episodes there. Also, if you listen on Apple Podcasts, go to Apple Podcasts, find your favorite 2 episodes and give it 5 stars. I got my hand up, y'all can't even see. 5 stars. I appreciate you and love you to life for that. Be sure to follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett, and follow me on the Twitter at Good Morning Gwinnett. And also, listen, go to dynamiclife.com. Follow Georgette. Follow Georgette. She never says that. She has a company to y'all that she never talks about. It's Dynamic Life Enterprise. DynamicLifeEnterprise.com.
I will be talking about it. Trust me.
You can still go over there.
Doing some writing. I'm going to be doing some writing. Dynamic Life Enterprise,
Yes, Dynamic Life Enterprise. Go check her out. She got these
amazing
amazing cards.
I got some other stuff up
That's
there
right.
that I'm going to be doing. So
the cards that she talk about every morning, every Monday morning, that word of the week, that's a card deck that she created herself. Check out the card deck. And she got 2. She got one for couples and something for little children. Check it out because it's needed. All right, listen, I got to go. I feel good today, so I'm talking a lot. I done talked over my time, and I won't hold you any longer. Georgette, thank you so much for giving us our word of the week. We are all worthy. We are.
Yes, we are.
We're all worthy. Listen, you guys stay safe out there. Keep your mask on. Hug your loved ones. Georgette, thank you again for being here this morning. I appreciate you and love you for that, sister.
You're welcome.
I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m., God willing. Keep your mask on. Tell your family you love them. And until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.